Very sunny.
Sir, live? Sir, live? Sir, live పెట్టు notification వచ్చింది.
Sir,
రామకృష్ణ పరబ్రహ్మ ఇలాగే పెడితే మధు బస్ స్టాండ్ అయిపోతుంది.
కార్తిక
sir, ఇప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తున్నారు?
ఏం చెప్తున్నాం ఇప్పుడు? సో what are the types of angles? Aryan.
Sir, me. Sir, I'll tell, sir.
Tail triangle.
Sir, types and like based on angles or based on sides?
I asked the angles, types of angles.
Angles then right angle triangle, acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, reflex angle triangle, straight angle triangle, complete angle. Done.
Triangle, yeah, angle only. Triangle is
Sorry, sir. On basis of angles, one is acute angle triangle that is the measure between 0 degree to 90 degree. Then the right angle triangle, that is the if one angle in the triangle is 90 degree. Then the obtuse angle triangle. If one of the angle is
about triangles, I'm asking about the angles itself first.
Oh, sir, I misheard triangles for angles. Yes, sir. So angles, right?
Right angle,
Sir?
acute angle, obtuse angle.
I'm asking the angles, yeah. Tell me complete.
Sir,
Angle is something, the angle which lies between 0 to 90. Right angle is exactly the measure of 90. Obtuse angle is exactly measure lies between 90 to 180.
90 degree to 180 degree.
Yes, that one.
And then so straight angle, that is 180 degree exact. Then reflex angle, that is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. And then a complete angle, that is 360 degree exact.
Then triangle.
So based on
Types of triangles.
Based on
so based
Angles.
angles.
Acute angle triangle, right angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle. Done.
So what is acute angle triangle?
The angles which lie between there should be one angle which lies between 0 to 90.
That means other angle can be above 90. Yeah?
No, they should be below 90.
So all three angles should be below 90. All three angles are acute.
sir,
Yes, sir.
Aryan.
sir,
Then right angle.
So right angle triangle. Yes, sir. So in a right angle triangle, one of the angles has the measure of exact 90 degree and the rest of the two angles have the measure that is less than 90 degree. That is acute angle.
So other two angles are complementary, right?
Yes, sir. Complementary angles.
90 there. Then obtuse angle triangle.
So then there's obtuse angle triangle. So in this one of the angles in the triangle is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. One of the angles is obtuse and the rest of them are smaller than 90 degree. They are acute angles.
What is properties of triangle?
The properties which are related to triangles.
What are those?
side,
First of all,
All the sum of the angles is
180 degree.
180.
so exterior angle is equal to sum of the
So the sum of
two
exterior angles.
Exterior angle is equal to sum of the other two interior angles. Right?
The opposite ones.
Opposite or other two. There are three angles. Exterior angle of the given angle is sum of the other two angles. Interior angles.
Sir, ఈసారి ఏంటి సార్ జోమెట్రీకి వెళ్ళారు?
రాకుండా మిగతా ఎలా చేస్తావు?
ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడ చెప్తారు అంటున్నారు సార్.
ఏంటది?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తున్నారు అంటున్నారు సార్. ట్రయాంగిల్స్ గురించి చెప్తున్నారు కదా.
So what is the area of triangle?
Sir, half into b into h.
What is area of equilateral triangle?
So root 3/4 into the square of the measure of side.
What is area of isosceles triangle? What is area of right angle triangle?
So 1/2 into base into height only. So because the two sides except the hypotenuse are perpendicular to each other.
Let us look at triangles itself. So Pythagoras theorem. In triangles, what is triangular inequality? Triangle inequality. What is triangle inequality? In a triangle,
angles will be not equal, sir.
so this side is A, this side is B, and this side is C. If you take any sum of any two sides, so A plus B is always greater than C. So if you take any two sides, the sum of it is greater than third side. Right now?
Yes, sir.
You can take any two sides, sum of any two sides is greater than third side. It is called triangle inequality. Or difference of any two sides is less than third side. Difference is always less than third side. How we can say this one? This
That's taking the angle.
Huh?
Calculating the angle.
See, if you are having a flat, if A plus
Yes.
B lies on B, then it is
Yeah.
A plus C is equal to B. If you are pulling it upwards, that means obviously the A plus C is greater than B. The smallest distance between anything is straight line. Right now? So A plus B is always greater than C. Sum of any two sides is greater than third side. Difference of any two sides is less than third side. Sum is greater than third side, difference is less than third side. This is called triangle inequality. Then, what is Pythagoras theorem?
The side of the hypotenuse is the square of sum of the squares of other two sides is called Pythagoras theorem.
So where this Pythagoras theorem is valid, in every triangle or only in right angle triangle?
Sir, in only right angle triangle,
So
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras theorem you can apply in only right angle triangle. So you have to mention that in a right angle triangle. So let us consider a right angle triangle. Right angle means one angle is 90 degrees. So this 90 degrees,
Sir,
A,
sir,
B, Sunny ఏం చెప్పు
అలా కలర్ మార్చండి సార్, కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వస్తుంది.
కనపడతలేదా?
కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వస్తుంది నాకు, ఏం చెప్తున్నారు అనేది అంటున్నా సార్.
యూట్యూబ్ లో చూడు కనపడుతుంది. క్లాస్ అయిపోయినాక మళ్ళీ చూసుకో, క్లియర్ గా తెలుస్తుంది. So in triangle ABC, right angle triangle, angle B is 90 degrees. In a right angle triangle, angle B is equal to 90 degrees. So where it is right angle? Angle B is 90 degrees. So the side opposite to 90 degrees is called
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
special name. The side opposite to 90 degrees is called
Hypotenuse.
It is called hypotenuse. So what is the formula?
A square plus B
So
square.
the sum of the square.
What is A square, B square? Here is AB, BC and AC. So
Yes.
A square plus C square equals. Okay.
square of the hypotenuse is equal to, what is square of something means? What is square of any number means?
So the number multiplied by itself.
So if the number is multiplied by itself, x into x, it is called x square. Y into y, it is called y square. So square of the hypotenuse. Whose square? Hypotenuse square.
AC.
So square of the hypotenuse is, what you have to do? Square the other two sides and add them. So they will say sum of the squares of the other two sides. In our vernacular language, either in Hindi or Telugu, we'll say sides square is added. But in English, they will say in reverse manner. They will say they are summing. What they are summing? Squares. Whose squares? Other two side squares. Right? So,
Yes, sir.
square of the hypotenuse, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So, what it is? The square of the hypotenuse is, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. There are three sides. One side is called hypotenuse. So it is square of the hypotenuse is sum of the squares of the other two sides. This is called Pythagoras theorem. So what are the values that will satisfy this Pythagoras theorem?
3, 4, 5.
So we need to have lengths of sides of the triangle. The sides
Yes,
of the triangle are three sides. The first one which satisfies this one is 3, 4, 5. How to check this one? What is 5 square?
1 plus 4 square is equal to 5 square.
25. Then what is 3 square plus 4 square?
25.
9 plus 16, that is also 25. So yes, 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. That means 3, 4, 5 are called Pythagorean triplet. The values which are the lengths of the right angle triangle. So the largest value is called, automatically it is hypotenuse. Always the largest value out of three values is hypotenuse. Pythagorean triplet. Because these are three numbers, we will call triplet. When two numbers are called, it is pair. If one is there, it can be called singlet. Singleton or singlet. This is
Sir, ఒక్క
triplet.
నిమిషం ఉంచండి సార్.
So, can you tell me anything about A and C? In a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse, this one will be sum of the squares of the other two sides. So, this is 90 degrees. Can you tell anything about A and C?
A and C should be greater than the other side.
So, what is that? Properties of triangles, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to, how much it is?
180 degree.
Oh,
180 degrees. Already B is 90 degrees. So, angle A plus angle C is equal to 90 degrees. What is the meaning? They are complementary. Angle A and angle C are complementary angles. Do you remember?
yes, sir.
So when sum of two angles is 90 degrees, it is called complementary angles. Not only angle B is 90, A and C are complementary angles. That means if A is theta, if C is theta, A will be 90 minus theta. That is complementary meaning, na?
Yes,
So,
sir.
if C is theta, A will be 90 minus theta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for this particular pair of 3, 4, 5, the angle opposite to 3 is equal to 37 degrees. The angle, when it is 37 degrees, what is this angle? 90 minus 37?
53 degree.
53 degrees. The angle opposite to 4 is 53. Angle opposite to 5 is 90. If you observe, if the length of the side is more, angle will be more. For 3 it is 37, 4 it is 53, 5 it is 90.
The triangle inequalities.
So you can check triangle inequalities also. Always 3 plus 4 is greater than 5, 7 is greater than 5. Difference of numbers, 4 minus 3 is less than 5. So from the sum of the angles, we can say angle A and angle C are complementary angles. So can you tell me the pairs of these things which can be such? This Pythagorean triplet, 3, 4, 5 I have given. So the Pythagorean triplet, we will write Pythagorean triplet. Can you try any numbers?
4, 5, 6.
Sir, 5, 12, 13.
1 minute. I have already given you. Once I have checked 3, 4, 5. Can you tell anything?
6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10.
So if I multiply this one with 2, that means if I multiply the equation both sides 2, it won't change, na? 2 into 3 square, 2 into 4 square, 2 into 5 square. Because if you multiply with any integer, that means if you multiply with 2, 6, 8, 10. Is 6, 8, 10 also Pythagorean triplet? What is 10 square? What is 10 square?
100.
100,
What is 6 square?
36.
36,
What is 8 square?
64.
64,
Is it satisfying that one? 10 square is equal to 100. 6 square plus 8 square. So the largest number will be automatically hypotenuse. So 36 plus 64. Is it 100 again? Yes. So can I multiply with 3? 9, 12, 15. Is it Pythagorean triplet? What is 15 square?
225.
So what is 12 square?
What, sir?
144.
9 square?
81.
81.
So add them. 144 plus 81. 145 plus 80, 225. So it is 15 square. So if you can multiply with any number, any integer, this 3, 4, 5, it will again generate, so for a Pythagorean triplet. So you can multiply with any integer. 5, it will be 15, 20, 25. Okay. Then, so this is one pair. That means if you write 3, 4, 5 or its multiples, then it will again generate. So you can write infinite number. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is same. If you know 3, 4, 5, the same thing can be repeated. Then how to write with 5 as starting number? Have you observed any pattern here for 3, 4, 5? I will tell you a small trick. What is 3 square is equal to?
9.
9,
So what is 9 can be? What is the sum? Can you write the 9 as sum of two consecutive numbers? Consecutive means the numbers which are next to each other. 9 is nothing but 4 plus 5. So your 3, 4, 5 is 3, 4, 5. So is it a blind coincidence, or we will check with 5? Can I write something with 5? What is 5 square?
25.
Can you write it as sum of two consecutive numbers? The number
12 plus 13. 12 plus 13.
Huh?
12 plus 13, sir. 12 plus 13.
So Aryan. So is our guess right? 5, 12, 13 also. Is it Pythagorean
Yes, sir.
triplet?
Yes, sir. It's a Pythagorean triplet.
What is it? 13
The-
square is equal to 169. 12 square 144
12
plus
is
25. 144 plus 25 is 169 only. So it is 13 square. So can I check with 7 also? Is it possible with 7 also?
Yes, sir.
What is 7 square?
49.
Okay. What is it? A sum of two consecutive numbers?
24 plus 25.
So 7, 24, 25 also Pythagorean triplet. So that means always you can, the smallest number, square of the smallest number can be written as sum of two consecutive numbers. These three will form a Pythagorean triplet. So as I told you, you can multiply this triplet with any integer. So if you multiply with 2, it will become 10, 24, 26. To multiply this one with 2, 14, 48, 50. So this will continue. So the only important things we need to remember is, most of the time, for most of the problems, we can remember 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 7, 24, 25. Only for 3, 4, 5, the angle says 37, 53, 90. So for 6, 8, 10 also it is same. The ratios are same. Then the angles will be same. For this first pair, the angles will remain same. For 5, 12, 13, it will change. Most of the time, they won't ask these things. In competitive exams, most of the time we will be getting 3, 4, 5 because it is 3 by 5, 4 by 5 is easy enough. Then,
Sir, is my voice clear?
can you write next one? With
Hello, sir.
9.
Is my voice clear?
9.
Yes.
Can you write something with 9? Your voice is clear. 9 square,
Okay.
81. That can be written as 40 plus 41. So 9, 40, 41 is also Pythagorean triplet. You can write with 11. What is 11 square? 121.
121.
60 plus 61. So you can continue with this one. The only thing is, for only odd numbers you can write. If you write even numbers, you can't write them like this. Sum of two consecutive numbers.
Yes,
If you
sir.
add two consecutive numbers, it is always an odd number. Because square of an odd number is odd number. That's why we are getting. So we have never got this pattern for an even number starting with Pythagorean triplet. Then how to get that one? The pattern for even number. Suppose here I have found 6, 8, 10. So is there any pattern in 6, 8, 10 I can found? So you can try. This is first set. The second set is, Aryan, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So 3,
Yes, sir.
4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 7, 24, 25. Most of the time up to these things only we are using most of the time. So it's multiples also. Whatever pair you have written, you can multiply with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pair also follows the same rule. Here we observe that always that starting point, starting number is odd number. If it is an even number, how to write this pattern? So let us observe. Already from 3, 4, 5, we know that 6, 8, 10 is also Pythagorean triplet. Second pattern, we know that 6, 8, 10. So this is something less than 1. This is something more than this. 9 minus 1 is this one. 9 plus 1 is this one. So how to get 9? If I write this one as 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. So what is 2m is equal to 6. So m is equal to, if 2m is equal to 6, m is equal to 6 by 2. 3.
Oh, yes, sir.
So then what is m square minus 1? That is 3 square. M square minus 1 means 3 square minus 1.
8.
3 square plus 1. So what is 3 square minus 1? 9 minus 1.
8.
8.
9 plus 1. So 2m, this is m. Actually, we have to write 2m m square minus 1 m square. Is it satisfying?
Yes, sir.
2m is 6 only. So 6, 8, 10. So can you write a number which starts with 14?
Yes, sir, we can.
Try this one, 14.
Yes. Okay. Sir, 14, 195, and then 197.
So if it is 14, what is m? 2m is equal to 14.
Oh, sorry,
So m is
28,
equal to
195.
7. So 7 square minus 1. That is 48. 7
48
square
and
plus 1.
m square plus 1 is
14, 48, 50. So if you write 2m is equal to 16, m is equal to 8. 8 square is 64, 63, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So with this pattern also you can generate. Mostly we won't use this one. Most of the time we won't require this thing. But the fourth one, which is most important, we will get most of the time is, apart from these three, there is one more number we need to remember. That is, what is it? 8, 15, 17. Can you check this one? 8, 15, 17. I think it is, it comes in second part only. 8, 15, 17. Here only it will come. Okay, this is also important. Because it is frequently coming in the calculation of commutative vectors.
Okay, sir.
We are focusing out of all those patterns, these three, 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, and 7, 24, 25. Beyond that, they will go for 8, 15, 17. Here, m is 4. So 4 square is 16 minus 1, 15. 16 plus 1 is 17. So these four things, Pythagorean triplet, we need to practice. We need to memorize. Is converse of Pythagoras theorem true? If the square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, is it a right angle triangle? So converse is also true. In triangle,
yes, sir.
converse, that means if in a triangle, square of the one side is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, then it is a right angle triangle. So both ways. Okay. This is Pythagorean theorem. You can note down this one. Pythagoras theorem, Pythagorean triplet. So note down and practice these numbers, patterns. Odd numbers, even numbers.
సార్ ఈ పీడిఎఫ్ చేసి వాట్సాప్ లో పెడతారా? ఈ వాట్సాప్ లో పెడతారా సార్?
No, these can be uploaded to Google Class.
Okay, sir.
Because WhatsApp they will get deleted.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have a
Even
Google.
for Google Classroom, na? Everyone join in that Google Classroom.
Sir, Aryan, sir, Mari.
Sir, you have a Google Classroom.
Sir,
Sir, can you also add me there?
I will send you the link after class. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, for my school also I use Google Classroom, so I'm quite familiar with what happens in that.
Hi.
Because it is easy to conduct exams and everything.
Yes, sir. Giving assignments. So, sir, for if you're giving a Google form in the classroom only, so it would automatically mark the assignment as done and it would submit the response.
నేను యాక్చువల్లీ హైదరాబాద్ అడ్వాన్స్ బ్యాచ్ మీకు ఒకసారి పంపిస్తాను మేడం. గుంటూరులో సార్ హ్యాపీగా చేస్తాను వికాస్ గారు. ఒకసారి అంతకుముందు హ్యాపీగా చేశారు మేడం. ఇప్పుడు దయచేసి ఆకాష్ ఒకసారి నెంబర్ వికాస్ వికాస్ Is it finished, Pythagoras theorem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, have you sent the invite?
Which one?
Sir, the Google Classroom one.
I will send you after class. Mail
Okay,
I will
sir.
forward the link. Okay.
Okay, sir.
సార్ క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో పెడతారా సార్? ఓకే సార్. సార్ ఒకసారి లాస్ట్ స్లైడ్ కి వెళ్ళండి.
Wait, others are writing now.
ఓకే సార్.
Wait, today is Parjanya absent.
Don't know, sir.
సార్ నేను ఫోటోలు పంపించాను, చూసారా సార్?
Sunny, ఆపి పండుడు.
సార్ వేదిక మొహంలో చూసారా సార్? చిరునవ్వులు కనపడుతున్నాయి ఈ టైంలో.
Yeah.
So this pattern is 2m m square minus 1 m square plus 1. When even numbers are there, starting with even number, the pattern is this one.
సారు ఫైనల్ స్లైడ్ సార్. సార్ ఆయన యూట్యూబ్ లో ఎందుకు సార్ లైవ్ పడుతున్నారు? యూట్యూబ్ లో ఎందుకు సార్ లైవ్ పడుతున్నారు అంటున్నారు సార్.
ట్రాన్స్పరెన్సీ ఉండాలిగా.
సార్ మీకు చెప్తా సార్, మీరు కాదు సార్, అలా కాదు. మీకు సబ్స్క్రైబర్లు రావాలంటే ఒక మంచి పని చెప్తున్నా సార్. మీరు చేసే thumbnail కంటే కూడా మీరు అంటున్నారు కదా చెత్తయన్ని చూస్తారు అందరూ, ఇలాంటి ఉపయోగపడి ఎవరు చూడరని. మీరు కనుక ఒక మంచి టైటిల్ పెట్టారంటే చాలు సార్, అందరూ వస్తారు సార్. ఇప్పుడు మీకు తెలియాలంటే డౌట్ నట్టు లేకుంటే అన్ అకాడమీ ఆడ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్కి వెళ్ళి ఒకసారి టైటిల్స్ అవన్నీ ఎలా ఉన్నాయో ఒకసారి చూడండి సార్, డిస్క్రిప్షన్. అప్పుడు అర్థం ఒక ఐడియా వస్తుంది.
నాకెందుకు ఇవన్నీ
అంటే మీరే కదా సార్, నాకు సబ్స్క్రైబర్లు ఎవరు రావట్లేదు నాకు అన్నారు. నాకు
ఆడే వస్తాడు, వాడి సఫరింగే నా ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్. అర్థమైందా? నేను నిజం చెబుతా, నీకు కొన్నాళ్ళకి ఆ బాధ కలిగిన వాడల్లా తర్వాత వాడే వస్తాడు. అర్థమైందా? నిజం చెప్పినప్పుడు వెంటనే ఎక్కదు, ఇన్స్టంటేనియస్ గా ఎక్కేది మనకు అవసరంలా, నిజం మీద నడిచేది చాలు. సరేనా? వాడు ఇన్స్టంటేనియస్ గా రావడానికి చాలా పనులు చేయొచ్చు, కానీ ఇన్స్టంటేనియస్ గా రిజల్ట్స్ ఏమి రావు. COVID vaccine itself taken so much time. So everything, the real results, true world will be requiring patience, perseverance, right? So చెప్పకుండా కానీ గోళింది నితీష్.
సార్ నితీష్ అంటే వేదిక
Next.
సార్.
Keep fight. So what is Pythagoras theorem? Sunny, కబుర్లు చెప్పావు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు. What is Pythagoras theorem?
The square of hypotenuse and the sum of squares of other two sides.
ఎక్కడ రాళ్ళలోనా రప్పల్లోనా?
Triangle sir.
Which triangle?
Equilateral.
ఉండు పగులుతుంది మళ్ళీ.
Right angle triangle sir.
చెప్పు మళ్ళీ చెప్పు.
The square of hypotenuse and the sum of squares of other two sides.
నువ్వు నీ కండిషన్ చెప్పాలి. సామాన్యుడికి ఐఐటికి ప్రిపరేషన్ ఏం తేడా లేదు. నువ్వు రైట్ యాంగిల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ అని చెప్పకపోతే రేపొద్దున ఆన్సర్ తప్పు రాస్తావు. వాడు ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చినా అప్లై చేయడం.
చెప్తా.
ముందు చెప్పు. ఇన్ ఏ రైట్ యాంగిల్ ట్రయాంగిల్.
In a right angle triangle, the sum of the square of hypotenuse is equal to, if the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides, then it is in Pythagorean theorem.
ఏం చెప్పావు నీకు అర్థమైందా? ఇన్ ఏ రైట్ యాంగిల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. That is sufficient. Whether చెప్పావు చివర్లో is called is Pythagoras theorem అని.
In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides.
Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet.
Sir.
చూస్తున్నావు ఇప్పుడు పేజీని. చెప్పేటప్పుడు నువ్వు కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ దాని మీద ఉండాలి. సోచ్ చెప్పడం మీద ఉన్న కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. కనీసం క్లాస్ ఎలా అయినాలో తెలియట్లా ఒక్కొక్కరికి. క్లాస్లో చెప్పినట్టు క్లాస్లో నేర్చుకుని బయటకు పోవాలి. అరగంట చెప్పినాక ఏం చెప్పారంటే ఏదో ఆఫ్రికన్ భాషలో చెబితే చూసినట్టు చూస్తున్నారు మీరు. మాకు ఇదివరకు తెలుగులో చెబితే వెంటనే గుర్తుండేది.
సార్ Pythagorean triplets అంటే 3 పాజిటివ్ ఇంటీజర్స్ ఉంటాయి సార్ అందులో.
నువ్వు ఈ సోదంతా చెప్పవసరంలా. The numbers which satisfies Pythagorean theorem are called Pythagorean triplet. Triplet means 3 numbers. So what are the important numbers?
3, 4, 5.
Then next
8, 15, 17.
After 3, 4, 5, it is 5, 12, 13. Then 7, 24, 25.
అంటే ఆర్డర్ చెప్పాలి సార్. అంటే ఆర్డర్ లో చెప్పాలా?
I told you these things are important, so you need to remember. ఇక్కడే గుర్తుండకపోతే తర్వాత ఎప్పుడు గుర్తుంటాయి? You don't remember now, when you will remember? In the classroom itself you are not able to grasp.
Sir, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 7, 24, 25, 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17.
So అట్లా డివిజన్ చేయకాస్తా.
Sir, 20, 21, 29 వస్తా సార్.
Sunny, నేను చెప్పింది these are the most number of times you encounter these things. The multiples of these things also will come. You have to have some common sense to apply these things. To your brain. This is maths. This is not a physics or chemistry where you can by heart something and write. So you have to apply. This is logical section where you need to find a logic where you can apply these things. And Vedic first.
ఏంటి సార్ నేనేం చేశాను?
You have to tell them what you have learned so far.
ఫస్ట్ ఏమో పైథాగరస్ అదేనా సార్ పైథాగరస్ థియరం.
సార్ ఒకసారి పైథాగరస్ ట్రిప్లెట్ డెఫినిషన్ చెప్తారా?
డెఫినిషన్ ఎందుకమ్మా? పైథాగరస్ థియరం ని సాటిస్ఫై చేసేది పైథాగరస్ థియరం నెంబర్ పైథాగరస్ ట్రిప్లెట్. దాని డెఫినిషన్ ఏంటి?
అదే సార్ మీరు అట్లా చెప్పేది నాకు కావాలి ఒకసారి.
మ్యాథ్స్ లో ఏమి డెఫినిషన్లు ఉండవు. ఓన్లీ థియరం మాత్రం అర్థమయ్యే భాషలో వాడు ఏదో భాషలో చెప్తాడు. దానికి డెఫినిషన్ లో రాసి చెప్పవసరం. మనం సింపుల్ గా పైథాగరస్ థియరం సాటిస్ఫై చేసే నెంబర్ ని పైథాగరస్ ట్రిప్లెట్ అంటారు. 3 నెంబర్లు కాబట్టి ట్రిప్లెట్ అన్నారు.
ఓకే
సార్. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. తర్వాత ఇంకోటి ఏంటి సార్?
What is Pythagorean triplet?
The numbers which satisfy the
You don't need to define those things. You can tell them why you are defining those things. Why we need to define all these things.
Okay, sir.
You can remember in your crude language, whatever you remember, 3 numbers you have to tell. Which will satisfy Pythagoras theorem.
Okay. 3, 4, 5.
So those are the sides of a triangle. 3, 4, 5.
5, 12, 13. 8, 15, 17. 7, 48, 45. 46.
7, 24, 25. 7 square is 49. I have told you so much clear, but you are not having concentration on that one. I told you clearly, then also you are not paying concentration or not practicing after the class also. This is second time or third time you are learning these things.
Okay.
So that is the difference between smart work and hard work. Most of the time we are doing hard work, not smart work. Smart work means once you learn, so the important things you will make a note of it. Maintain a diary. So Pythagorean theorem, this is the basics. So you will write a small thing. What are the things you need to remember? So monthly, have a glance of it. Then it is easy.
Sure, sir.
Aryan.
Yes, sir.
What
So I have to tell what I... Yes, sir.
What is Pythagoras theorem?
So Pythagoras theorem. So this is a theorem that is mainly applied only for right angled triangles. And the theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides of the triangle. So this is the Pythagoras theorem. So in Pythagoras theorem, the three numbers that satisfy the theorem are called Pythagorean triplets. For example, 3, 4, 5 is one of them. Then 6, and then 6, 8, 10. Then 9, 12, 15, and then 12, 20, 25. So I have
okay.
Yes, sir, and I'll give more examples. For example, like 5, 12, 13, and then 8, 15, 17, and then 7, 24, 25. So like that.
So the multiples of these things, anytime you can write multiples of these things.
Yes, sir, multiples.
Also satisfies the Pythagorean theorem. Then what is other properties of right angle triangle?
So in other properties of right angle triangle. So if you see closely, the other two angles of the triangle except the right angle, so those are complementary. So
other two angles are complementary.
Yes, so because they're complementary, that's why the angle sum of the entire triangle becomes 180, which satisfies the formation of the triangle.
Then what about other two sides?
So the legs of the right angle triangle.
What are the angles opposite to 3, 4, 5? So obviously we know the largest side is always hypotenuse. In the given triplet, the largest side is hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse in 3, 4, 5 is 5.
Yes, sir.
The side, the angle opposite to 5, or 5 is opposite to angle 90. What about the angle opposite to 3 and opposite to 4?
So basically, so we know that 3 centimeter is the shortest side in the right angle triangle that we are talking about right now. So the angle that is opposite to 3 centimeter, that would be the shortest angle in the right angle triangle.
What is it actually? The angle opposite to 3 is 37 degrees. Because
yes, sir, for example.
We need for exam. That's why we are remembering this thing. Other things we don't remember because we don't require them. But 37 and 53 frequently they are giving in the competitive exam. For that purpose, the angle opposite to side 3 is 37, while the angle opposite to side 4 is 53.
So these are like the triangle inequalities. So the greater the angle, the greater the side in any triangle.
We will see. There is properties of triangle which we are going to learn once the vectors are over. We will relate physics and maths. Parallelly, we will learn physics and maths. So that this maths part is applied in physics. So whatever conceptions we are not clear about, while applying, we will get clarification. Sometimes complicated maths can be easily explained in the physical situation. So then we will interrelate it. That is, by learning physics, we are going to score more than physics marks because we are good at physics. That will be translated into maths also. Same time, if we are good at maths, that can be useful in physics also. So we are, what is the interrelation? Interdisciplinary learning.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it clear? Pythagoras theorem, numbers which you need to
sir,
remember, the angles and complementary angles.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in right angle triangle, we are going to define trigonometric ratios. What is trigonometry? Trigonometric
Three
ratios.
measures.
So those are sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta. Then,
No, I want what is this trigonometric ratios first. Let us define sine, cos, tan, whatever
Yes,
it is later. What is this trigonometric ratios? What is on the face of it? What is the meaning of trigonometric ratios?
so basically, so we know
Tri
that
means
trigonometry.
three, gonal means angles, metry means measurement. So how you are going to measure three angles of a triangle? Triangle will have three angles. So how I am measuring it as a ratios of whose ratios they are?
Triangle.
Whose triangle? So in triangle you will have vertices, you will have angles, you will have sides. So whose ratios? So you are measuring angles using the ratios of
Side.
The sides
of
of the triangle.
sides.
Sides, sir. Sides.
So the sides ratios can give you the angle. The ratio of sides give you the angle. That is called trigonometric ratios. The measurement of ratio, the measurement of angles of the triangle. It is not measurement. Okay. Angles of triangle using the ratios of the sides. The ratios of the sides of the triangle. So how many ratios will be there? How many sides are there?
3.
So for making ratio, how many values you need?
So two values.
So how many ratios you can make? You are having 3 choices. You can make 2 among them. So if I suppose I am having 3 sides as A, B, C, I can write A by B or A by C, and then B by A or B by C, or then C by A and C by B. How many ratios are there?
6.
6. The selection is first place. First I can select any 3 of them. Once I have selected the side, I can't select the same side now.
Yes,
While
sir.
finding the ratio of sides, I have already selected one side, then remaining 2 only I can select. 3 into 2, 6 ways I can select. That is only it is represented. So ratio of sides can be written as 3 into 2, 6. So trigonometric ratio should be 6. So where these trigonometric ratios will be defined? In a right angle triangle only. The measurement of angles of triangle using the ratio of sides of the triangle in a right angle triangle. This can be done in a right angle triangle only. So
Sir, ఒకసారి పట్టండి సార్, ఒకసారి పట్టండి.
Sunny, after the end of the class, any of that It will be posted, na? Why you are mostly concentrating on writing? Never concentrate on writing.
Yes, sir. We have to
Concentrate on learning what I am telling. Whether if you understand that one, you can look at it later and you can express that one. I am simply saying that ratio of sides can be taken and angles can be measured. Can't you express this thing on your own? Then what is the use of being in English medium? If you are not good at English, daily listen 15 minutes for Voice of America English or BBC Learning English. Okay.
Sir, రోజు అరగంట వింటున్నా సార్.
Which one?
అదే సార్ వాయిస్ ఆఫ్ అమెరికా.
Is there any progress? I don't think so. You are not paying any attention. You can do engineering, but you can't fix a bulb or you can't change a fuse. So engineer will spend years of time without observing anything. Our engineering students. Like that, if you are learning, nothing is useful. If you can listen 5 minutes also, what are the words they are saying? What are the words you are not comfortable? If you are reviewing that one, if you listen to 5 minutes, it will take 10 to 15 minutes to review it. If you are not putting focus, then there will be no utility in it. So we'll take a triangle first. So by tomorrow you need to present me. You can look at any CBSE textbook 9th or 10th class. I think it is 10th class they will give. This is anyhow right angle triangle, na? Right angle, na? Angle B. So Monday homework is you have to write if it is theta and it is alpha. Already we have seen theta plus alpha is 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
So you have to prepare what are the ratios. So what is sin theta? How to define it? What is cos? What is tan? And reciprocals of these things. And similarly, what is sin alpha? What is cos alpha? What is tan alpha? And reciprocals of these things. So what is the relation between sin theta and sin alpha? It is called trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. And if theta is 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So you have to find from CBSE 10th class book how to define sin theta, cos theta, tan theta and reciprocals of it. What is 1 by sin theta is called, 1 by cos theta is called, 1 by tan theta is called. What is sin alpha, cos alpha, tan alpha? What is 1 by sin alpha, 1 by cos alpha, 1 by tan alpha? And
Excuse me, sir.
The trigonometric values for
Excuse me, sir. So like you asked to find out the sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, and then sin alpha, cos alpha, and tan alpha, and their reciprocals. So like we have to use the name of the labeling of the sides for defining the values, right? In the algebraic manner.
What is the first definition? What is sin theta definition? You can refer CBSE 10th class max.
Sir, దాని డెఫినిషన్ చెప్పొచ్చా?
నేను అడిగింది అది చేసి నాకు చెప్పమన్నా తర్వాత. CBSE 10th class max. So you have to refer them to tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Then you have to give trigonometric values also. That means what is the sin values, cos value and tan value for 0, 30 degrees, 45, 60 and 90 degrees. Then there is trigonometric identities. So what are trigonometric identities?
Okay,
So you'll explain them on Monday, right?
No, I am asking you to do these things on Saturday.
So like
Sunday.
we'll
So
come
that
prepare with the notes. So you'll explain these notes to
you
Monday.
have to prepare the notes and you have to try to explain them to me. Then I will tell you how I will be explaining. you will understand once if you prepare yourselves what is available there, what is not there. Okay?
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
trigonometry value ఎట్లా చేయాలి? Trigonometry value.
Trigonometric values.
అది ఎట్లా చేయాలి సార్? అంటే 0, 0,
So
30.
when theta is 0, what is sin 0 value? What is cos 0 value? What is tan 0 value? What is tan 30, sin 30, cos 30? When theta is 0, this is values of theta, but then what is sin, cos, and
Okay, sir.
this table you have to prepare. Okay? Then we will see. On Monday, what are the things we need to discuss in these things, we will see. So prepare these things from you. It is available in CBSE 10th class. So CBSE 10th class book is available in NCERT. You can go to NCERT textbooks. Then CBSE, in that chart you can take which chapter is NCERT material, so you can prepare. Or I will post that one in Google
Chapter
Classroom.
మా
Sir,
book లో
chapter
ఉంది
10.
సార్.
Is there any app for that, sir? Is there any app, sir, for that? CBS. App is there, sir. App is there.
No, it's not there. It's not there.
Which one?
I'm asking about the app.
App is not there. It will be NCERT textbook PDF form. It will be available. You can download.
Okay.
So you have to write what are the definitions for these things and how you are going to define these things. So on Monday we will discuss about these things. I will ask you.
సార్ ఒకసారి నెక్స్ట్ పేజ్ పెట్టండి. నెక్స్ట్ పేజ్ పెట్టండి సార్.
So you have to find trigonometric values, trigonometric identities, and what are the ratios of trigonometric ratios. So what is sin theta? What is sin alpha? To try to read those things, understand, and give these things. So if possible, learn these things. Otherwise, we'll see how to memorize them easily, because these are the basics.
Excuse me, sir. But like, for example, like if we talk about sin theta and sin alpha, the formula for finding the algebraic values for them would be the same, right? Like the formula.
Formula you have to observe there what you are finding. So for trigonometry, you can have this book, Plane Trigonometry. You have already seen Coordinate Geometry by S.L. Loni. This is Plane Trigonometry by S.L. Loni. Same. This is 90 rupees. So I will post this one also. So the reference book so far you have seen is Elementary Algebra, Coordinate Geometry by S.L. Loni, and Plane Trigonometry by S.L. Loni. Mostly because we are learning interdisciplinary from one topic to other topic. Wherever they are required, we are using those derivations and everything, and we are learning all these things.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, group lo.
Sir, can you add me in the Google Classroom?
I will send you Google Classroom.
There is a
Link.
group. Patterns and a group lo.
Where is there? Where it is? I have not created Max, I think.
Max you did not create.
Now I am creating.
Okay, sir.
Physics I created. Class.
Sir, you also send in this group, sir. Group లో కూడా పెట్టండి సార్ మ్యాథ్స్ టు దాట్ సార్ ఇంకోటి లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఆపండి.
So this is maths level 2. Which one?
To physics 1.
Physics 1.
Sir, have you sent the invite?
Yeah, just a second. Sir is making another classroom, so he'll send it.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for maths and lower level. There is another one that is direct physics class, intermediate class. Okay, Aryan, I have sent. For others also, I will send.
Sir, my mark.
Okay, sir.
For others, I am sending in WhatsApp. 1 minute, I will post the.
I did not receive it yet.
The important thing is, if I am explaining something in 1 hour, you need to practice it in 2 hours at least. If I am telling you something in 5 hours, you need to practice it. Any problems on that one from CBSE books, you can do those things. Remember, at the end of the day, you have to answer CBSE questions only, but the way you are going to answer is different. Right now, most of the time, they will be asking you, the CBSE questions are standard questions. So the only thing is you have to answer them in the smartest way.
Sir, I joined the class.
You can join there and I will post whatever we are learning, this material, test series and everything. So this weekend preparation is this one. Next week, from next weekend onwards, you will be having tests. Okay.
Sir, a test. So can you repeat what you just said?
From next weekend onwards, you will be having a test on weekends because we are entering into the subject now. So this weekend you have to prepare this one.
So the name of the classroom is Maths Level 2 Physics 1, right? Sir, I joined it.
There is another basic class for 6th and 7th. This is for 8th to 10th.
Okay, sir.
Sir, magu inga patla.
Wait here.
Okay.
So inform your friends. It is available online, so they can watch it. They can follow that classes. They can join our class because material is not available. They can't practice anything. Right now, the important part is not anyone can deliver the lectures because highest level of lectures are available online. MIT's, AL University, and everything is available online. But the only thing is you need to practice. Someone has to help you to do how to listen to those things and how to practice those things. So this one is the PDF.
Yes, sir. Or else you. Chinta.
ఇదేనా trigonometry?
అదే సార్ trigonometry. Introduction to trigonometry. సార్ జాయిన్ అయ్యా సార్ మన క్లాస్ లో ఆల్రెడీ ఎవరో క్యూబింగ్ విజార్డ్ అని ఉన్నారు.
Sir has left, I guess.
Okay. Then who is cubing wizard? Hello.
ఏదికి ఇంకా వెళ్ళలేదు నువ్వు?
అంటే మీరు ఏదో చెప్తారేమో అని వెయిట్ చేస్తాను. మీరు ఏమైనా చెప్తారేమో అని వెయిట్ చేస్తాను.
ఏం చెప్తున్నావు? నెక్స్ట్ కెపాసిటర్స్ చెప్తున్నా, తింటావా?
ఏంటి సార్ అది?
కెపాసిటర్స్.
తెలియదు సార్ అది. తెలియదు నాకు తెలియవు అంటున్నా సరే.
బేసిక్ గా అవ్వలేదు ఇంకా.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్, అయితే బాయ్.
బాయ్.
గుడ్ నైట్.
చెప్పిన ఎలక్ట్రోస్టాటిక్స్ అయిపోయినాయా? ఫస్ట్ లెసన్ రివైజ్ చేసావా?
yes sir.
అయితే సార్ చెప్తావా ఏమేమి నేర్చుకున్నారో ఫస్ట్? సాయితి సారీ ఏమేమి నేర్చుకున్నావు సార్? ఎట్లా వర్క్షీట్ వచ్చింది కదా ఫస్ట్ లెసన్ కి?
లేదు సార్.
కాలేదా? ఒకసారి పంపిస్తాను. అలాగే ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తామంటే సిబిఎస్ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అయి చేసి సాయితి నువ్వు కూడా ఫస్ట్ సిబిఎస్ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎక్సర్సైజు ఎండ్ లో ఉన్న ఎడిషనల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ 40 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ దాకా ఉంటాయి. అవి కంప్లీట్ చేసి నోట్స్ లో ఉన్న డెరివేటివ్ ఇవన్నీ ఫస్ట్ గుర్తుండాలి. తర్వాత అందులో ఉన్న ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మనం మళ్ళీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తాం. ప్రాక్టీస్ సెషన్ ముందు థియరీ అయిపోయినాక ప్రాక్టీస్ సెషన్ లో వాటిని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం. అప్పుడు మీకు ఒకసారి ఎగ్జామ్ అవుతుంది కదా కీర్తన మనం అక్కడ చేయొచ్చు. ఒకసారి చెప్తారా వీటిని ఏమేమి నేర్చుకున్నారో ఫస్ట్ లెసన్ లో? ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ చార్జెస్. ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ చార్జెస్ లో ఏమేమి నేర్చుకున్నారు?
Minimum charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb.
అయితే నీ వాయిస్ పెద్దగా వినిపించు, కొంచెం దగ్గరగా పెట్టుకో. చెప్తున్నా ఒకసారి చెప్పు. ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ చార్జెస్ తర్వాత ఏం చెప్పుకున్నావు?
Methods of charging a body.
What are methods of charging the body?
By conduction, by induction, by rubbing, thermionic emission, field emission, photoelectric effect.
Next.
ఆ తర్వాత కూలంబ్స్ లా కండక్టర్స్ సెమీ కండక్టర్స్ డిఫైన్ చేసాం సార్. The substances which conduct electricity through them, which allow electricity to pass through them easily, are called conductors. Example: metals, alloys, salt solutions, human beings, etc. Insulators, which does not allow electricity to pass through them. Example: glass, diamond, plastic, etc. తర్వాత కూలంబ్స్ లా. The force of attraction.
ఫస్ట్ ఏదైనా లా చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఏం తెలుసుకోవాలంటే అది ఎప్పుడు అప్లై అవుతుంది, ఎప్పుడు అప్లై అవుతుంది. సో ఎప్పుడు అప్లై చేయొచ్చు కూలంబ్స్ లా?
When the forces are at rest.
Charges are at rest. Forces.
Sorry, when the charges are at rest. Yes, sir.
ఇంకా
applied for point charges.
Point charges, distributed charges కి అయితే డైరెక్ట్ గా అప్లై చేయము. Point charges when charges are at rest, you can apply Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law ఏం చెప్తుంది?
The force of attraction or repulsion between two charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square by Coulomb square. Epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 Coulomb square by Newton meter square.
What is epsilon naught here?
The permittivity of free space in air or water.
Permittivity of free space. సో మీడియం లో పెడితే దీన్ని ఫోర్స్ పెరుగుతుందా తగ్గుతుందా?
ఫోర్స్ తగ్గుతుంది సార్.
ఎందుకు?
ఎందుకంటే ఆ మీడియం కి ఉన్న డ్రై ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కాన్స్టెంట్ పెరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి.
సో ఎలక్ట్రికల్ పర్మిటివిటీ ఎయిర్ కన్నా లేదంటే వాక్యూమ్ కన్నా ఏ మెటీరియల్ తీసుకున్న ఎక్కువ ఉంది, ఆల్రెడీ అది డినామినేటర్ లో ఉంది. మీడియం 1/4 Q1 Q2/R² అవుతుంది. సో డినామినేటర్ పెరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి ఫోర్స్ తగ్గుతుంది. సో మెటల్ ఏమవుతుంది
సార్?
మెటల్ లో అయితే ఏమవుతుంది ఫోర్స్?
మెటల్ అయితే ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది.
మెటల్ కి ఎలక్ట్రికల్ పర్మిటివిటీ, ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ ఈజీగా పాస్ అవుతుందా? మెటల్ లో అవదా? పర్మిటివిటీ పాస్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు పర్మిటివిటీ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందిగా, ఎయిర్ తో పోల్చితే ఇన్ఫినిటీ ఉన్నట్టు. అప్పుడు ఫోర్స్ 0 అయిపోతుంది మెటల్ లో. ఇన్సైడ్ ఏ మెటల్ ఛార్జ్ అనేది ఉండదు, సర్ఫేస్ మీదకి వచ్చేస్తుంది ఎప్పుడు. సో మెటాలిక్ దానిలో కులూమ్స్ గా 2 చార్జెస్ సపరేట్ చేస్తే ఫోర్స్ ఏంటంటే 0 అయిపోతుంది. మెటాలిక్ మీడియం లో ఆ చార్జెస్ 2 బయటికి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అయిపోతాయి. ఓకే, ఇది ఫోర్స్ ఎప్పుడు అట్రాక్షన్ ఎప్పుడు రిపల్షన్?
ఒకవేళ 2 లైక్ చార్జెస్ అయితే రిపల్షన్ అవుతుంది, అన్లైక్ చార్జెస్ అయితే అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే, అన్లైక్ చార్జెస్ అట్రాక్ట్, లైక్ చార్జెస్ రిపల్.
టాంజెన్షియల్ లా F is equal to mg.
F ప్లేస్ లో ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తాము. ఇంకా ఇందుకే న్యూట్రల్ పాయింట్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది?
X is equal to d/1 plus or minus square root of Q2/Q1.
అది Q1 నుంచా Q2 నుంచా?
Q1 నుంచి.
Q1 నుంచి కింద డినామినేటర్ ఏమొచ్చిందో దాని నుంచి ఉన్నప్పుడు ప్లస్ ఎప్పుడు వాడతావు?
ప్లస్ పర్ ఒకవేళ 2 సేమ్ సైన్స్ అయితే.
లైక్ చార్జెస్ అయితే ప్లస్ వాడతాం, అన్లైక్ చార్జెస్ అయితే
మైనస్ వాడతాం.
అంటే అవుట్ సైడ్ ఉంటుంది. మైనస్ వాడంగానే డి కన్నా ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది, సో అవుట్ సైడ్ ఉంటుంది న్యూట్రల్ పాయింట్. సేమ్ చార్జెస్ అయితే ఇన్సైడ్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్
ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్.
దీనికి ఇంకోటి ఏదో అప్లికేషన్ చెప్పినట్టున్నాను. ఆయిల్ లో కానీ దేనిలో డిప్ చేస్తే
అప్పుడు ఫోర్స్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు mg.
ఫోర్స్ తగ్గుతుంది, గ్రావిటేషనల్ ఫోర్స్ బయాన్సీ వల్ల తగ్గుతుంది. ఓకేనా?
F is equal to mg of 1 minus sigma by rho tan theta.
ఓకే, అది ఫస్ట్ కులూమ్స్ లా దాని అప్లికేషన్స్. దీంతో పాటు మీకు వెక్టార్స్ లో నేర్చుకుని ఉంటావు కదా, అది ఏంటది? ట్రయాంగిల్ లో ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది, స్క్వేర్ లో ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది, రెక్టాంగిల్ లో ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది? వెక్టార్ ఎడిషన్స్, ఫోర్స్ అనేది వెక్టార్. సో వెక్టార్ ఎడిషన్ ఎలా చేయాలనే దాని మీద రిజల్ట్ తీసుకోవడం, అంతేనా? ఒక ఫోర్స్ ఉందా, 2 ఫోర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 3 ఉన్నాయి అనే దాని మీద ఆ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. అవి ఒకసారి ట్రై చేస్తే క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, తర్వాత
ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్. The force experienced by a unit positive test charge at a given point in the field. For a negatively charged, it's radially inwards. For a positively charged, it's radially outward. E is equal to 1/4πε0 Q/R².
సో ఇప్పుడు ఆల్ఫా పార్టికల్ ఏ డైరెక్షన్ లో మూవ్ అవుతుంది? ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ డైరెక్షన్ లోనా, ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ లోనా?
In the direction of electric field.
గామా రేస్
Opposite.
గామా
న్యూట్రల్ సార్.
న్యూట్రల్ కాబట్టి ఎటు మూవ్. బీటా రేస్, బీటా అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్, బీటా రేస్ అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. సో బీటా రేస్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ లో వెళ్తుంది. ఓకేనా?
Yes sir.
లేకపోతే సింపుల్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ లో యాక్సలరేట్ అవుతుంది. దాని నుంచి ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ మోషన్ అప్లై చేయొచ్చు. అలాగే ఏదైనా చార్జ్డ్ పార్టికల్ ఎంటర్ అయితే దాని మీద యాక్సలరేషన్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు.
A is equal to QE by M.
QE by M. నెక్స్ట్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ డిఫరెంట్ కేసెస్ లో ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ చార్జ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఎంత?
1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Uniformly distributed linear charge ki axial point lo 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R of R plus L. Ex is equal to
జనరల్ పాయింట్ అయితే
general point Ex is equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught R cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Ey is equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught R sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. E net is equal sir
చెప్పు. E is equal to
square root of Ex square plus Ey square.
ఈక్వెటోరియల్ అయితే యాక్సియల్ చెప్పావు లీనియర్ చార్జ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్. ఈక్వెటోరియల్ పాయింట్ అయితే ఇంకా theta 1 theta 2
Ey is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught R sin theta.
ఓకే.
Infinite work అయితే Ex 0 అవుతుంది. Ey lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught R. Semi-infinite work ki E is equal to root 2 lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught R. అదే యాంగిల్ బైసెక్టర్ ఆర్ ఈక్వటోరియల్ పాయింట్ అయితే Ex 0 అవుతుంది. Ey is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught R L by square root of L square plus R square. Sin theta is equal to L by square root of 4R square plus L square. Electric field due to uniformly charged ring and its axial point. E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qx by x square plus R square to the power 3 by 2. Field electric field due to an arc 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square sin theta by 2 by theta by 2. Uniformly charged surface disk E is equal to sigma by 2 pi epsilon naught of 1 minus x by square root of x square plus R square. For an infinite sheet, E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught.
Non-conducting అది. నెక్స్ట్
Gauss law.
ఆర్క్ చెప్పుకుంటాను.
Sir, arc ki 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square sin theta by 2 by theta by 2.
ఆ theta ప్లేస్ లో theta రేడియన్స్ లో రాయాలి, అంటే ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ పై లో రాయాలి. ఓకే.
Next, Gauss law. The flux of electric field through a closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed within the surface. Ea is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. For a point charge, E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. For a line charge, E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught R. For a uniformly charged cylinder, for a conducting, E inside is equal to 0, E on the surface is equal to sigma by epsilon naught, E outside is equal to sigma R by epsilon naught x. For a non-conducting cylinder, E is equal to Qx by epsilon naught. E is equal to rho x by 2 epsilon naught.
సింపుల్ గా ఓకే సిఎన్
For a uniformly charged sheet, E is equal to non-conducting అయితే E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. For a conducting, sigma by epsilon naught. Field due to conducting spherical sphere. Inside 0, on the surface 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Outside is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x square. Field due to non-conducting sphere. On the surface is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Outside is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x square. On the inside, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square of x by r. T is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G.
టైం పీరియడ్
When electric field is upwards, T is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G minus A. When E is downwards, T is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G plus A. E is horizontal, T is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G square plus A square. When E is inclined upwards at an angle theta to the horizontal, effective acceleration is equal to square root of G minus EQ sin theta by m whole square plus EQ cos theta by m whole square. Next, conservative force, non-conservative force. If the work done by the moving body does not depend upon the path, it's called conservative force. The work done in a round trip is 0. Example: gravitational force, electric force, electrostatic force, spring force, magnetic field between two magnets. Potential energy in a conservative potential energy can be defined only in a conservative force field. W is equal to integral r1 r2 fx dx plus fy dy plus fz dz. Non-conservative force, if the work done depends on the path, that means the work done in a round trip is not equal to 0.
ఓకే తర్వాత ఎలక్ట్రిక్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఫస్ట్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ
The work done in bringing a unit positive charge.
Unit positive test charge.
Unit positive test charge from infinity. From infinity
to a point in the field.
Yes, sir.
So potential positive charge ki ఏమవుతుంది?
పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది.
నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ కి
నెగటివ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే. సో పొటెన్షియల్ పాయింట్ చార్జ్ కి అయితే పొటెన్షియల్ వాల్యూ ఎంత? పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ
సార్
పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ ఫార్ములా
V is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q
potential
by R.
potential energy na.
Sorry, sir. U is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R.
So n charges, different number of charges ఉంటే వాటి కాంబినేషన్ తీసుకోవాలి అంతేనా?
Yes, sir.
పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది స్కేలార్ కాబట్టి సింపుల్ గా పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ వలన అయితే పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ పాజిటివ్, నెగిటివ్ చార్జ్ వలన అయితే పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ నెగిటివ్, అవన్నీ యాడ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాం.
Yes, sir.
సేమ్ చార్జ్ ఉంటే పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ పాజిటివ్, ఆపోజిట్ చార్జెస్ ఉంటే పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ నెగిటివ్.
Potential
అవన్నీ
energy negative.
యాడ్ చేసి మొత్తం పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ అంతా రాస్తావు. అదే పొటెన్షియల్ ఎలా డిఫైన్ చేస్తావు?
Defined as the potential energy per unit positive test charge.